Apologies for the delay. Had to make sure everything was good with wifey. How's everyone doing out there today? Hope you guys are doing well. I am doing well myself. Thank you so much for asking. I might have to do some adjustments. Let's visit location for missing text. There's no bugs in this game. I don't know what you're talking about. Will it load? The real question. Ooh, there was apparently a server problem. That's what happened. We're good, we're good. Ah! So, can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Yeah, I had
Hi, how can I help?
cancel.
I'm sorry, I lost track. Could you say that again, please?
Stop. All right, so I took me a little bit to get set up. Had to get some laundry thrown in and help the wife with some stuff. So I am back now, and we'll see how everything goes. Looks like CPU is doing good. And we are in the world. And I am going to go ahead and minimize this. I don't want to. I want to keep the stuff up so I can actually see the stats, but I don't want to see the screen. Tools. All right, that will work. Should work at least. All right, audio levels coming through okay. Can you hear the game sounds at all? I might need to turn that up a little bit.
Save on resources and expenses. Join the ShipShare program today.
Okay. And then the brightness is a little bright on the camera. That's a bit better. We'll turn off the backlight compensation setting, so it's not all blown out. And maybe bring this light down just a little bit. Okay. So we should. It might be missing, or I'm gonna have to claim it. There was a 30K a while ago, and it made it to where, I was out in the asteroid field. So yeah, I'm gonna have to claim. I have it to where it's pretty low. Like, I have a lot of my sounds pretty low. Just because if not, they're quite loud. As long as you can hear them, I'd say that's a good level. And you're going to take an error, so we're going to just file a claim. We're not going to pay the expedited fee unless it's quite low. Yeah, no, I'm not paying $9 grand. Cool. It's been a hot minute since I've streamed something that wasn't just, you know, oxygen not included or something like that. So we do have a couple minutes to wait before we get our ship. I'm not sure. What's going on, Darkness? How are you today, sir? And thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Sounds like you got to take off and get some stuff taken care of. So I'm not sure how many of you have actually watched any Star Citizen gameplay or anything like that.
Hi, welcome to the store.
I actually was a backer back in 2013. I think I was the 242,000th backer, somewhere in there, almost 243,000, 243,700 or 242,700 something. 14th backer. It's weird whenever you get into the numbers that are past like the 3rd backer or the 100th backer or something like that. But I like that headpiece. Oh, I like that gold. That ship got blowed up. much longer we got? 2 minutes.
For your convenience, our automated ship organization system handles storage of all vehicles.
But I wanted to go and do some mining. The whole new refining process and everything like that. Panda and I have done one trip to go through and do some refining on there. It does look like the costs or the how's the latest update? I haven't been able to play for a while because my computer pooped out. Oh, that sucks, man. The latest update is really nice. I am definitely enjoying the added stuff going into the mining loop. I do have the ability to go through and use the Tobii eye tracker with it. I haven't really gotten it set up. I do need to go through and get like the fine detail on it and figuring out like what does what in there. But there's a lot of cool functionality that they've added into it. I haven't messed with the rep system at all, and mainly because I don't have, like, I have the Buccaneer and the other one, whatever the hell that one's called, Avenger, just as like ships that you get, or the Arrow. I'm sorry, the Arrow and the Buccaneer, as you can get. But I mean, they're totally glass cannon, so it's really hard to do some of the higher ships for like bounties and stuff like that, or mercenary missions. So I haven't really touched those yet. As for the mining functionality, the refinery functionality and stuff like that, I am really enjoying that loop, and then having to go through and haul that from, you know, whatever station you landed at on there, or refinery station you went to, which is like ARC L1, Hurston L1 and L2, I believe. Crusader L1. I always call it Cruel 1 because it makes more sense to me that way. But with you know, having that process go through, and some of those processes are quite lengthy. I think fastest ones you can go through and usually get like a full mole. A mole full of stuff refined in an hour or two, but it costs a lot, and you get less. A lot more is lost in the refining process, I should say. And then some of the longest ones are like 3 or 4 days, 5 days to go through, and they're the lowest cost, but they also have the highest amount that's actually refined out. All right, so we're going to retrieve our mole. BO2. Yeah. All right. Make sure I have my helmet on. To leave so soon, but the movie is starting. It was good seeing you. You too, bud. Enjoy the movie. So I just figured for this one we'll go simple. We'll just head over to Yella and no, I've done it a few times. That's why I always look, because like you go back in and you're like, yeah, let me just go through and grab some water from Kasaba, and let me grab some food, and then you walk back out and you're like, and they're like, what the hell's that? Oh, I'm dying. I'm dead. Okay, yeah, I died. Turns out that food and water were useless. Such a sexy ship. I do love the Argo Mole. That's a fucking beast. It is hard. It is more difficult to you know, go through and use it efficiently in a single player, like running solo. But it can be done. It's not terrible. I could go through and rent a prospector, but I just don't want to spend the 20 grand to do that. So. Because I'm a cheapskate. Oh, damn it. Wife was listening to that song. Now it's stuck in my head. So what ships do you usually run, Ness? Oh no, I ain't play no games. All right. The shields are optimal.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
For some reason, my HUD got squinched.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
All right, where are we at? We are close to Grim. We should actually was it this way we should book it? Let's keep the sun over to that way. Which way is the asteroid? What the hell was that? Bring this down to about 200. Viewers in the chat, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. Just out here doing some relaxing mining. Well, hopefully relaxing. Hopefully we can keep it relaxing. Turn on our lights. Okay, so if I bring it down, we should drop to... You were just a random. Quantanium. I will take the Borace. I really don't want the Quantanium. Alright, so that puts us in line for that other bit. I'm gonna sneak up on it. And go mine it. Like I said, I really don't want the Quantanium, so I'm going to try to go through and just get Borace out of this. And the only reason why I don't want Quantanium is just because of the I'm trying to go through and fill up the mole, not just power on. Got a decent instability level. Big lag spike coming through. Yeah, that's 30K. How many 30Ks can Dream get? Try again.
Space may be lonely, but you don't have to be. Save on resources and expenses. Join the ShipShare program today and fly together. Space may be lonely, but you don't have to be. Save on resources and expenses. Join the ShipShare program today and fly together. To prevent traffic, we ask that all arriving pilots use the designated landing areas, launch platforms, and departing ships.
Alright, we're back. CO2. All right, let's try this again.
Systems activated. Systems on.
We're gonna let our shields charge up. Let my noodles cool down. And grab the laundry.
Launch complete. Landing gear up. Quantum travel.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Quantum travel complete.
There we go. Damn. Fuck yeah, give me that cluster. I mean, I'll take it. Dear God. When we do this right, we might be able to get full up on this. Laranite. Definitely take that. No. Alright, so let's get us on this kind of trajectory. Actually, I'll still take that. All right. .27. I'm not gonna mess with it. What's going on, Devin? How you doing, bud? It's been a long time since I've done a dream stream. But, you know, certain time for things call for certain types of things. Alright, this one's 4.1. That's not too bad. .2. Where are you? Not too bad, not too bad. How about yourself? You were 4.1. Okay. That's good. Just doing some mining in Star Citizen. There you are. grinding is fun at times. I'm definitely enjoying the new patch, the 3.12 patch. Mining is one of my favorite parts of the game. I do actually really enjoy just the kind of like calm and comfort of going out and mining for a while. So for me, it's quite enjoyable, and with the refinery option set in there, it's nice. I'm just trying to see if I can get a good break on here. Not the most efficient way to play, you know, running solo in an Argo mole, but I can hold a lot of shit, which is nice. The 30Ks are rough right now. One thing I can't wait for them to go through and get is things like iCache, server meshing, and get the fucking 30Ks figured out. Dear God. Alright, so that is 100% inert material. 21% laranite. That's not bad. I can actually probably break that down and get to. That's tungsten. Don't really care for that. 7.64. That one's more tungsten. I don't mind picking that up. 29% tungsten. That's 100% inert. Alright, so this one we're going to grab. So Devin, do you play the Star Citizen? If so, what ships do you have? I don't know how long the delay is on YouTube. You do not? Oh, that's no fun. What else we got right here? If I do, wait, where'd you go? If I do, I want to get a joystick to make flying a bit easier. Surprisingly, bro, like the flying in game keyboard mouse works really freaking well, especially for dogfights and stuff like that. I actually think there can be times when you're at a disadvantage being on joystick. I'm running my HOTAS, so I have the Cytec X52 Pro and CH Pro rudder pedals, and I can make I can do all right, but I also don't do a whole lot of dogfighting and stuff like that. So mine's mainly just like navigation of ship and everything like that. So I mean, I do actually really enjoy my rudder pedals and everything like that. And what are you? No, you're way back there. You can't sell your Hadnite? I haven't pulled up any Hadnite. I haven't done any rock mining. Since with the 3.12, I've just gone out in my mole because I wanted to kind of do that part of the refining process. So I haven't done anything with the Hadnite. Is that something? Have you checked the forums, Rigby? Is anybody mentioning anything on there? Because I've been out here just mainly grabbing like laranite and terranite. I think it's a new bug. No, I hadn't. Yeah, like I said, I hadn't done anything with. Haven't done anything with rock mining at all with the new update. I heard they're still having, we'll call it fun with the rocks bouncing around in ships and stuff like that. That, and since I don't have a... Alright, I'm done with this route. What am I doing looking around here? Guys, distracted me. Since I don't have a cargo ship that makes sense, right? That means I have to go rent the Cutlass Black. And the Cutty's not that expensive, but it's one of those things where it's just like having to go through and constantly rent the thing is kind of annoying. Usually I wait for my buddy Panda to get on, and then we'll take his MSR and we'll go through and run both of us, and we'll just fill up both ships. But also in that same sense right now, dude, I'm having so many 30Ks, it's ridiculous. I don't know about you, but I've like 3 today so far. And I've only been playing for like 2 hours. Hour and a half, 2.5 hours, something like that. Alright. What do we got? What were you? Tungsten. I'm not really going for the Hephaestus tonight. Oh, not you, damn it. You haven't got any 30Ks in like 2 months? Dude, what servers are you actually getting into? And yeah, Devin, I do, so whenever you, with the new loop, basically you'll go out mining, it's only 1.2, I'm not gonna grab that. You'll go out mining, and you'll, go through and pull your ores and stuff like that. 5% laranite, it's not terrible, but I think we can look for something better. And then you'll go through and you'll bring them to a refinery, you'll put them in the refining process. EU servers. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. I'm on just best servers, which I'm pretty sure is based out of like somewhere in the Midwest US. And, ooh, 9%, I'll take that. And yeah, the 30Ks, like I said, I've gotten like 2 or 3 today. First one was actually when I started streaming. I was like, cool, and I got out to the asteroids around Yella, and I'm like, yep, let's go through and do some mining. And a guy out, and it was like, oh, I can't get out of my seat. And everybody's like, 30K incoming. I'm like, what the fuck? So, but yes, Devin, so you'll go through and drop them off at the refinery. They'll take a certain amount of time to go through and refine, depending on which process you choose. And I'll show you guys once I go through and fill up the mole. And then once you do that, they'll go through and they'll do the refinery process, and then you will go through and have to pick them up with a cargo hauler. My cargo hauler of choice is my Caterpillar. I have a Drake Caterpillar. And so I use that. The nice thing about using the X52 Pro HOTAS is you have lots of extra little dials and stuff like that. So I can actually dial up my, very precisely dial up my power for my ores. You're gonna break. You are gonna break. Opal, how you doing today? Didn't see you in the chat. How's it going? My apologies. So if we go through and refine the laranite, we can go and pull about 31 AUEC for it, which is pretty good. And I just like the loop. I like the mining process. Is that a box mod I hear? Yes. Oh, gotcha. Yes. Actually, this is my new one. Let me crack this rock. No, 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 no. You slow down. Woo. Almost overcharged that. Alright, with that, I will show you. It's my new Oxva. Little bitty guy. Just cute. Little cuddly, little pretty little guy. And he's really good, actually. It has a good vape and everything on it. So yeah, and it's one. It actually took me a while to go through and switch over, but this one has like the pre-made coils that you use for it. I typically have been for the longest time a big no guy on that because I wanted to make my own. Eesh, that's so little on there. 1.89% fastenite. All right, that one I will break. 24% roughly. But the reason why I got this one for the coils and everything like that, which you can get it from elementvape.com, I think it is because the coils for it are like 5 for $10 or something like that. Actually a pretty good price, and they last for about a week and a half, 2 weeks each coil. And it doesn't really leak, which is nice. So, what are you? Yeah. All right. Okay. 23.6. I'll take that. So yeah, I am quite enjoying this little mod. They use it the little pod juice box, if you will. Unicorn tears. It kind of tastes like a breakfast cereal. At least to me it does. Like Lucky Charms or something like that. Alright, what else we got? You were crap. Crap, what are you? Yeah, no. Alright, let's switch. 17.8%. Don't tell me you just split. That's a lot of inert, but I'll take it. Damn it. I'll take this one too, just because. What do we got up here? No, not you. Purple. There we go. 100% inert. Lots of inert. Dear God. Oh wait, you're one to be broken. We're actually going to overcharge this. For a reason. We actually want to kind of blow some of this stuff away. Just wanted to clear some of that stuff out. Still got some resistance on this guy. I can tell you my favorite one as of recent has been Tortoise Blood is really good, and Snapdragon. Those have been my two I've been really digging on lately. Alright, what are you? 71% Laranite, we will take you. Inert. 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 Naked Brands make some good juice. Yeah, I can't. Which brand is this? Bora? Schism, Sad Boy, E-Liquids. I do have some Naked Brands somewhere. Alright, so I think I grabbed all the ones I can grab off of this. And you were... what were you? Nope, not getting that one. Alright, so that is all from that one. Oh. Do I have any... Harry. Place. Carry. Come on, put it in your hand. I'd love to actually join the EU servers and see how that runs, but I'm pretty sure the lag would kill me. Place. Carry. Come on. Put it in your hand. Those are ones I've already gotten. What are you? Pretty sure I've gotten all of these. What are you guys? 5% Laranite. Played on US servers for a while and I only had problems with combat on... Oh, like specifically combat on foot? It's not terrible. Wouldn't be a bad idea to try. I think I got everything I can out of here that's like worth a damn. This was a pretty big that was a fast night. I mean, there are some others, but they're just not that great looking. I mean, that one's almost 20% fast tonight. Let's see if we can find anything else out here in the verse. What are you? What's our speed cruising at? Now we have quite a bit of Laranite. I need to see if I can find a refinery that actually has an efficiency bonus for, or an efficiency yield for Laranite. I'll have to pull up SC Trade Tools here in a second and see what they has. This is James, by the way. James, oh my god, what was your last name? How's it going, James? What are you? Be good, be good. Quantanium. Not trying to get Quantanium, even though it's a really high percentage. What's my inventory like? I can't tell. Yeah, why can't I tell? Why can't I tell? Batman, Batman. I know Quantanium's worth quite a bit, but I think it's still too buggy. I've heard so many people in the chats go through and be like, dude, I literally had Quantanium in my hold for like 30 seconds or a minute and it blew up. And I'm just like, I'm not touching that. Not touching it. A little less talk, if you please. A lot more loving is what I need. Let's get on down to the main attraction with a little less talk and a lot more action. Can't see brightness. What are you triggering? How are you triggering? I have no idea what's going on here. What are you? At this current time, no. Diamond? Yeah, no. Boreas wouldn't be bad. Boreas is a good amount, but that's, I mean, only 1%. That's shit. So at this time, it is not a player-based economy. I mean, there are player-based functionalities into it, right? So if I go through and do cargo running missions, you know, there's only a certain amount of that cargo in the world, right? So, and it does replenish, right? So if you go to a planet and pick up, you know, Laranite from a planet and load it up in my Caterpillar, there's only so much that I can load there, and it takes a time for it to refresh. Eventually, they will have it to where asteroid fields and stuff like that and materials are finite. That is one thing that I actually want to have in the game, but I think that's honestly going to be a couple of years before we start getting that kind of stuff into the game. Honestly, I think 3.12 was a great patch. I think they did a lot of really good stuff with it. They are going to be releasing a 3.12.1, which will... you know what? I'll take that. Which will go through and fix some of the bugs that they introduced with 3.12. Because, you know, that's how it works. I think whenever we come into 2021, man, this server's getting laggy as fuck. I wonder if it would be smarter for me to like log and come back in. Let me do that. Let me do that. I know we just found this bit of a fast tonight. See how everything's taking time for it to go through and... lie down. What do I think the pros and cons are of the most recent patch? The pros are definitely like with the refinery system being put in place, that kind of laying out a larger loop for mining in general, but also moving more into that cargo side of it, so you can go through and like it kind of like forces you to seriously log out. Okay, so the question is did I... did I make it out in time for that 30K, or did I just lose all of my mining shit? It might not be you. I had some extra dropped frames on there. I think it was just because of the 30K that was happening. The 30Ks are basically like server overload, memory kind of stuff. Please let us be on our ship. If we're not on our ship, then that means we just lost all of that stuff. So if we wake up in our ship, that's great. If not, we'll be at Port Olisar. If we wake up at Port Olisar, then that means we just lost, I don't know, 60 SCU of Laranite. It's... I mean, it's a part of the process. Opal, it's a shitty part, don't get me wrong. Fuck yes! Oh my god! Yes! Fuck yeah. so happy with that. I was like, man, it's really lagging out. Maybe I should go like log before the server crashes or something. Little did I know, a 30k was about to happen. Hopefully, it should be here. I should have my stock should be full.
Systems activating.
Wow, that all like, did you see that load in? Man, oh man. We'll check our stocks once we get over here. I will look at you. I will look at you. See what you have over here, my friend. Still getting a lot of lag on the servers. Like, this is probably going to take a few seconds for it to actually pop in so I can scan it. Alright, Devin. Take it easy, bud. Are you gonna... Oh, no, 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 no. Should I turn on my headlights? You are not scanning. That could have been a lot worse. So Opal, like I was saying, like the hard part is like, yes, there are the 30Ks. They actually for a while disappeared. For like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I actually didn't have a single one, which was nice. And I play probably about 4 or 5 hours a day. Most days, some days I'll go and I won't play. Just because usually I like to play whenever I have like my buddy Panda with me or something like that. No, there was one right here. Where'd it go? This server's lagging like crazy too. Aluminum and corundum? Ugh. Okay, we're staying away from this guy. But in that same sense, it's still really fucking cool. And I think, honestly, here within the next... I'm going to push it out to, say, like, maybe 6 months. It should get a lot better. With the 30Ks, you know, stuff like that. I did not remember your YouTube name. I always knew you, just remembered you as Hwaha. I still have you in the Discord. I still have you as a member or whatever in the Discord. Oh, yeah, that's what we like to see. Oh, show me all of them. Show it to me. Quantanium, honestly, is not what we want to see. I'm not trying to blow my ship up. That's why I should have known Team Opal, actually. I mean, that's why it was sounding so familiar to me. I was like, Team Opal, I know that channel name. I know it! But I know it! That's literally all this is just fucking Quantanium. I don't want Quantanium. Damn, 22%. That and Quantanium is really hard to, Alright, what were you? What's over here? No, what are you? Oh, you're not gonna load for me? Fine, I don't want to look at you anyways. There are more over here. I thought. But yeah, so with all of the 30Ks and everything that are happening, I know that the biggest things they're trying to work on next is like the iCaching system and server meshing. And stuff like that on the system. So we'll have a lot less of those kind of crashes. Right now, the reason why we have 30Ks is because the because I knew you'd show up. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. I just need to fill up my... my storage so I can go and refine all this. It actually is. It's probably my I just have a bad feeling about this, trying to mine it. I know we just got here, but see how long the latency is and everything like that? I'm gonna go log out and restart the game. See, it should be instant. So yeah, it's one of those things that for a game to the scale and everything like that they're looking at building, and they are building, it's not without its problems. You know, I totally, absolutely agree on that. But do I think that even as how it stands right now, am I still happy with everything with it? Yes, very much so. Even with the bugs, even with the 30Ks, which don't get me wrong, are annoying as hell. But I still really enjoy it. And I can see the potential for where it's going to be going, and that's the bigger spot of it. That's makes it to where it's quite enjoyable. It is still kind of a big price point to pull the trigger on. I'm not going to pretend that it's not, but yeah, I think that it's still really, really well done, enough to where it's quite enjoyable. So I mean, take that for what it's worth. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see where the frames are dropping, like for what reason, because it doesn't look like it's doing it on the CPU side or the GPU side. I like the mining industry aspects more than combat. So it depends on how you want to play. My recommendation, so my buddy Josh actually just popped in, which he doesn't play very often, and so I just recommended for him like the $45 package that comes with the Mustang or something else. There is like an $85 package that comes with the Nomad. The Nomad is a really nice ship. I actually do really dig the Nomad, and I think it's a great starter ship, but it's an $85 package. Starting off with either the two $45 packages, which are the $85 package with the Nomad, any of those three works well. And the reason why I say that is because most of the times, like if you want to play solo, then the Nomad is going to be your better route. But also in that same sense, once server meshing really kind of kicks in, so 6 to 9 months, which would be great, major wipes that'll come through. They'll, like whenever they have a major update, yeah, they'll probably come with a wipe, wiping out all of your income and stuff like that and your assets that you have that are not on part of your base package. And those will, you know, reduce more. I think the last time they had a wipe was probably 6 months, 8 months ago, something like that. But doing it that way and having it to even just a Mustang, you can get around the verse in a Mustang. If you play solo, you're better off going with a Nomad because it does have a little bit more storage, and you have the ability to go through and like rent a rock miner, like one of the ground mining tools, the ground mining vehicles, and stow it in the back of the Nomad, fly off to a planet, and mine with the rock mining, the Gray Cat rock. If you can go through and fill up the rock with Hadanite, that's 215 grand right there that you just made. You can do that in about 45 minutes to an hour if you have a good luck with RNGesus, you know, blessing you with good fortune on where you find the Hadanite. But you can earn money quickly on there. You can go in game and you can buy ships. You can buy a rock. You can buy a Prospector, which is a solo mining ship. It's a one crew member max, so you know there's no second seat or anything like that. So it's made for going on its own. It's about a third of the hauling capacity as the Argo Mole, the one that I was just in, but you in the driver's seat, you have the control of the little the mining lasers and everything like that, which is really freaking nice. I think those run for about 4 million, 2 million or 4 million, I can't remember, for the Prospector. The other side of it is if you don't necessarily have to play or want to play solo, going through and joining an organization, if you were to join, say, Mine and Pandas, the Deep Space Mining and Trading LLC. With our organization, I mean, you can go through and if I'm on, you can roll in my ship and we just split profits. So if me and Panda go out mining for a couple hours and go through now with the refining process and everything like that, we find it, and I have all my stuff written down over here. Out of that, we were able to taking out the refining costs, 103,000, and we just split that down the middle. And that was with him mainly doing most of the mining and me just getting us into position. Having multiple miners and a pilot on the mole is nice because then you can go through and just concentrate on mining. You can go through and fill the mole up quick. You can have in the Argo Mole, you can have 3 miners mining at once and a pilot and a co-pilot. So technically you can have 5. 4 would be your optimal because right now the co-pilot doesn't do anything else. But in that same sense, if you were to go through and just like go out and say give it money that way, or B, go through and do it to where you're either doing solo mining, rock mining on planet, or team-based mining. I mean, just depends on how you want to do it. What the hell was that noise? So I'd recommend either starting off with just the base package, the $45 package, or going to the $85 package. The $45 package gets you access to the game. I think there's like a $60 package, which has your base access, your Mustang Alpha, and then like the Squadron 42, which is like the first person shooter thing that's supposed to be coming out here within the next year or two. My package that I picked up, I got that along with in my package. So depends on what you want to do, bud. All right, give me a second, guys, because apparently I need to go check the laundry. All right. They seem to have holiday bundles at the moment. $80.75 for Nomad. Says it was $95 originally. Yeah, so that is accurate. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of dropped frames. I'm trying to figure out if it's an internet thing. Or a system thing. Yes.
You want to do
Streaming.
it?
Alright, what's up?
Oh, I was just going to ask. How can we keep Michael's account?
Oh, it does that every once in a while. His Plex server just kind of craps itself. So I don't know if he needs to go through and restart his system. But usually whenever he does have to restart it, or if he goes through and updates it or adds another hard drive, he has to make a whole new Plex server. And so you can't just get to his.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was
essentially
just
that.
wondering. Like,
Yeah.
update?
You can still get Ryan's. If I'm a stranger.
No, it just says like sign in and your own. Oh no, it doesn't give you any option. When you have time, you.
Okay. Appreciate it. Come on, load in. The Nomad is a nice ship, though. I do. It looks like the Asp Explorer off of Elite Dangerous. Like a lot like it, but do like the layout of it. If they'd ever load me in. I wonder if the servers are messing up again. It's operational. Let us try and launch the game again. I'm going to close down everything for it. It's my vape vomit. Visit location. I don't know. Over the past, 8 years, 7 years, I've spent way too much money in this game. Okay, we're back in our ship. So that's good. I'm gonna need to go through and finish up this. Okay, and that's loading a lot faster. So this is already loads better.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Alright. Ooh, that is bright. Where am I? Seriously, where am I? I'm in the middle of Stanton. That's why. Let's set a route for Arc L1. Set route.
Quantum travel engaged.
I was on the verge of buying the game 6 months ago when I was on quarantine, but then that ended, so I didn't get it. But now that there's refineries and stuff, it's about time. Haha, I really do dig it. And while you're over there, give me. If you hop in Discord, Waha, I am now in the Star Panda Citizen. We can chat. Not that I don't enjoy you in the YouTube chat. Just saying. There he is. Although my audio for you is really low. My phone. Okay. Gonna bring up, but that's better. All right. So yeah, how's it going, bud?
I'm now home. I'm still printing t-shirts.
Gotcha.
So I moved over to digital printing of t-shirts.
Oh. I did that for, oh, what the hell was the name of that company? Colorado Timberline, for a while. Both digital printing, like direct to garment, and then digital sublimation, like full sub shirts and clothing and towels and fucking blankets and curtains and showers, rods and shower, yeah, fucking everything you can think of. So yeah, I know where.
We primarily just do t-shirt. Yeah. We have 5 Corny direct to garment machines.
Nice. Yeah,
Also
we
do,
we did a lot when I was working over there, which I didn't know. I'm sure that company still exists, but the Charlie Green, my old manager, The eccentric person in. Yeah, I got just to the point where I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave and do something else. So, yeah, that was before I started doing YouTube originally. So that was back in like 2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So, but filing in with that the line of everything for, I can definitely see the spot for during quarantine going there and being like, yeah, maybe play, but 3.11, the 3.12 patch, like I said, they've added quite a bit of stuff that is nice. They are going to be going through and fine tuning a lot of this stuff and balancing a lot of this stuff. Like nothing's set in stone for anything as of yet.
Yeah.
For pricing and stuff like that, for things like your engines and how efficient or not efficient they are, like all that stuff. They'll have to go through and balance all that stuff, right? Like that just makes sense. But I don't know. I dig the hell out of it. Yeah, there's still like a lot to go, but I do think that there's going to be. My prediction is that within the first and second quarter of 2021. We're going to go through and have an expanse on cargo delivery kind of stuff, those kind of missions, and different types of cargo types and stuff like that should be coming out soon. We should see more introduction or more rollout of the iCache system so that that reduces a lot of the memory strain on the servers, which should go through and greatly reduce problems with 30Ks and stuff along those lines and server errors. And then eventually the rollout of the server meshing will be one of the bigger spots, because that will make it basically to where it's like there's not really 30Ks that happen. It's just like, oh, a little bit of a stutter, then you're on a different, like you're in a different server without ever transitioning in. And also increasing the number of people that are on each individual server and stuff like that. So I definitely think there's like we should see, I don't know if we'll get server meshing out this year, but also the cloud system, like the nebula and stuff like that around these areas is freaking gorgeous. That just got introduced in this patch as well. So space-scaping with these huge nebula clouds. So awesome looking.
I got really into Elite Dangerous probably 4 months ago.
Yeah.
That long.
See, I haven't touched Elite in a while. Like, really did love me some Elite, and then I was just kind of like, okay. Like, I don't know what happened. It just stopped for me. What's that? You burned
so much. I got like 6 billion credits. Got a fleet carrier, mined a bit more, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. That's one thing why I'm not upset if they go through and do a server wipe, because it's just like, oh, let me start all over again and kind of build back up. It gives you a target. It gives you something to attain. Like, luckily, quote unquote, luckily, one of the things that happens with Star Citizen at this point in time is like I lose more money from 30Ks, so I kind of stay at around the same area. Like, I'll go out and mine resources and get a 30K, and they're like, damn it, I just mined 40 SCU of Laranite, and now it's gone, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, because of those misfortunes, you do kind of like stay in the spot where you're just like, okay, I'm not going forward, and it's frustrating, but also in the same sense, I'm like, all right with it, because I'm just like, okay, get them out there and mine again. But even still, like the cost of the ships and stuff like that, because of the expensive cost for them. I mean, like a Prospector is not a really big ship, but even that's like 2 or 4 million for a Prospector, and that can take you a bit to go through and get up to it. And then there's also the spot of like, all right, well, ship insurance, and they're eventually going to roll out a larger insurance system to where it's like also covers the things and like stuff inside your ship. So like if you have different like general ship insurance will be separate from all of the upgrades insurance, so that'll be an extra cost. So those things that you'll have to go through and maintain kind of stuff, which makes it to where it like adds that level of okay, slow down, slow down, slow down. Going a little too fast coming through here. But you know, like that different stuff.
Sounds like EVE Online with their servers.
Yeah. The only big difference would be that, like with this one and everything being, you can literally fly anywhere in here as opposed to like only through certain points.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I really wanted to, I can go through and set out and make my way at 1,000 meters per second to one of the closest planets, and the whole way, you know, just fly it and not actually do the quantum travel to it, and it would work. I could fly to it directly, much like Elite Dangerous, you know, in that same kind of level of it.
Yeah, I know somebody did try doing that in Elite, but it didn't actually transfer them to the next system.
Yeah, with this one, somebody did, whenever they first introduced Microtech or whatever, or one of the moons of somewhere, I know that that was a whole big thing that Panda was telling me about a couple weeks ago. Is like somebody actually did go through and just like, cool, and just set course and just went straight for it, just like flew to it, and it took them like 3 days or 2 days or something like that, like straight flying the whole time. Like, well, and it actually came out to the exact calculations of how long it would actually take if you were flying at 1,000 meters per second or whatever it was. I was like, that's cool. So they got their maths right. All right, let's go and refine some materials. Then I think right now between all of the different variations of the ships and like the ground vehicles and stuff like that, I think right now there's like 172 different vehicles in the game or something like that. That's something crazy. But I was just like, oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot of ships. Like, Elite only has like 20, 25 or so, I think.
Yeah, and I don't think they're actually done with all the vehicles. They keep just adding more. So I'm like, okay. This is new on this part too. The elevator, like terminal, instead of being like outside of it and scrolling all the way up to the ceiling to go through and be like, oh, there's 40 different freaking hangars over here. Having it to where it's all like within a scrollable wheel on there. That just happened this patch as well, and it's really freaking nice. That's just ease of use kind of thing. And store them all. And it's stored. And take off the helmet. The guy always looks like he's got to like take a crap or something like that. Huh? All right. Let's get a citrus beef burrito, a Doc Galbi chicken burrito. Yeah, we'll eat that.
I do like that you gotta eat and drink.
That's not all. Eventually, there's a reason why most ships have a bathroom on board. Like, you will have to go through and, relieve yourself, and like you'll like the eventual functionality is that having to go through and do these things for at least once per cycle day or whatever, you'll have to go through and relieve yourself, drink food, rest, things along those lines. Like they do want to kind of have that level of realism, which some people are like, that's just ridiculous, you don't need to do all that. And I'm like, I don't know, it makes it to where for me it's one of those things that kind of gets you to where you're further into the game.
Yeah. It enhances the realism. It's better than just having restaurants you pass that you can never interact with.
Right. What does that put me at? F1.
It's downloaded. I think it's doing its uncompressing now.
Oh, you actually did pick up that package.
Yeah, I got the Nomad.
Nice. Where am I going? Well, then, hell, what we'll do is, because the area where you start at... Oh, question. What's your specs on your system? Processor, RAM, graphics card.
God. I forget what the CPU is. I have a 1080 Ti. 64 gigs of RAM. I've installed it on an SSD because I heard you want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you should be good then. 64 gigs of RAM. The biggest thing is your graphics card, obviously, because I'm still running it on 980 Ti, and I'm streaming it and still able to get 35 frames per second in this elevator. Which, granted, I'm in an elevator, but
I have a Ryzen 7 1700X as well.
okay.
8 cores.
So yeah, you should be good. The biggest thing though is RAM. Like that's the one thing that a lot of people have found. If they have 16 gigs of RAM, they can either run it okay or not at all.
I think going to play this game was one of my reasons why I doubled my RAM from 32.
See, I'm at 32 and I can run it fine. I don't have nearly as many problems as Panda does. I would love to have 64, but my board doesn't support it. My motherboard doesn't support it. I would like to go through and get... I've been saving up for a hot minute to try to get my 3080, but then, that fell through because you can't get them fucking anywhere. That's why I didn't, that's why I haven't upgraded. I'm like, no, I'll wait until the one after the 2080 because I didn't want to get the 2080 Super and all that other stuff at like fucking $1,200. It's ridiculous to me, and now it's like, oh, well, if you want to something, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dicks. Like, I was up at like 6:30 in the morning on the day of release. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this. And I was sitting there, had like 3 different screens open on 2 different computers and my phone. And I'm like, refresh, couldn't get anything.
All right, now it's downloading actual game content because I got the base download. Okay. That's another 51 gig.
Yeah, but I think that's the last bit of it, the 51 gigs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, me and Panda were actually that actually works out nicely because me and Panda were talking the other day. Like, we actually need to get somebody else on our organization that can play or does, like, Josh. He is in our organization. Actually, no, he's not in the org. He's on my friends list, but he doesn't really play. Like, he's literally logged into the game once, and then he's like, all right, cool. I figure, I'll like it eventually, or maybe play a little bit, pop in here and there. But I don't want to do something where I'm like playing for 2, 3, 4 hours. Like, I'm like, we play fucking Rocket League for like 4 hours every Saturday night, but you don't want to play this game for 4 hours. He's like, no, I just want something I can hop in maybe for an hour and then hop out. And I'm like, dude, sometimes it takes a fucking hour to go through and get everything set up to play.
Yeah.
But,
the only thing is I do work night shift. So that's annoying.
What's
About
your
this
shift
time
usually?
I would normally be working.
I was going to say, I couldn't remember if you were new. 30 anyways, even though I should be sleeping. So
weekends are whenever for me.
Well, I guess most week, and it depends on what Panda's got going on. If we're playing Star Citizen that night, because he's going for mechanical engineering, and so like depending on his workload. Right now he's off for Christmas break, but today he's spending the day with Miss Panda. Which why is he's not in here?
When I was playing Elite Dangerous, I built myself a custom desk that holds the joysticks and everything.
Nice.
So now I gotta get those out.
See, mine are just sitting here in front of me.
I had that, and I just wanted something where I can, like, the throttle.
Oh no, I actually did just choose that one. Damn it. Okay. Well, they're going. 2 hours and 10 minutes.
I have the side panel from the Farm Sim bundle,
Yeah.
Logitech Farm Sim bundle, so I can use the side panel along
See-
with both the joysticks and have like a.
Have a little tap. So I have. I have my MIDI Fighter 3D, and there's apparently just a little program that's free or whatever that you can download that makes it to where this is all programmable buttons and they're all like lit up and everything like that. That and it's you know, joystick or arcade button pads, so they're really nice feel. And I was like, man, I could download that, but you know, just to have it for certain buttons. But for me, it's like, because my work computer is literally right here beside me, because I've been working from home for the past since March.
Yeah.
So the shit part is that I have so much crap right around my desk that it's I built this computer desk, so I built myself a big L desk so I can have my work computer and my gaming computer like side by side here in the basement. And it's nice, but also the desk is a lot deeper than I wanted because of how short of a time I had to go through and get everything put together. Basically, we found out like a week before we were going to be going home that we were going to be going home in like a week, and I was like, fuck, my basement's done, but I don't have a computer desk down there that can support both, and yeah, I need to get that taken care of. So I went to IKEA, grabbed 2 of their like computer desks that are like fucking 32 inches deep or 34 inches deep or whatever, 32 inches deep I think it was, and I wanted them to be like 20 inches deep. I didn't want them to be that deep because whenever you get to the edge, like the back corner, it's a solid like 4.5, 5 feet between where I'm at right here and the back and the corner of my wall. So I put this together quick, and I wanted to get it to where it had a bit more customization. And I'm still glad to happy with how it came out. It gives me a good amount of space on here, but I wanted to have a bit more customization on here because I did want to have spots for I wanted them fold down and back up under, like the HOTAS and the stick. Well, I guess the hoe and the toss, or the hot and the ass. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've got a front portion on my desk. It's not even really a desk, but I have a front portion of it that's angled downward, so the joysticks are angled towards me a bit, so I can lean back. And I just have holes drilled in that where I can screw in the joystick from the bottom.
Nice. Sinopa, how's it going, bud? And yes, welcome back. It has been a while. What is my plan on bringing back the channel, like making music and such? I actually, the other day, I was sitting here listening. I was listening to Spotify, and then just random out of the recommended or whatever, like the autoplay that it was on, it played Big Shipments. And I was like, man, I need to do a fucking parody for Star Citizen. Maybe they'll give me some really cool shit if I do. Because they are really big with the community. Like, they listen to the community. They take the feedback. They are active in the community. So I'm like, maybe if I make a really cool parody about mining and or trading and or bounty hunting and or whatever else you can do in Star Citizen, and it gets some traction, they'll go through and be like, we love it. Here, have a free shit. Ah.
Pretty cool.
Would be pretty cool.
I still remember Hey There Delilah,
Yeah,
that one.
Hey There
came
Kadala.
out, and yeah.
And Blizzard, yeah, nope, it's still in there. I'm still immortalized in the seasonal package or whatever for the seasonal gameplay in Diablo 3. I haven't even touched that game in a while. I've wanted to, but then I'm like, I don't want to get sucked back into it because I've been doing Star Citizen, I've been doing Dwarf Fortress, I've been doing... It's really loud in this refinery. Hold on one second.
Accounts contact management. Thank you.
been doing yeah, Dwarf Fortress, Star Citizen, and fuck, what other games have I been playing? I guess it's lately. It's just been, yeah, Dwarf Fortress and Star Citizen. And Rocket League. There's always Rocket League. Always room for Rocket League. But, yeah, so I have thought about that, of doing a parody for Star Citizen. I do think that it would be pretty cute. I don't know. It's one of those things that make it's difficult because there's so much that is changed in YouTube as a whole. It's really difficult to go through and be like, yeah, this is how we'll do it to bring the channel back. Like, honestly, I don't even think there is bringing the channel back kind of thing. It's one of the things where, like, if I can go through, and especially if I can get my 3080 anytime soon, which that doesn't look like that's going to happen at least for a few more months. I wouldn't be something where I wouldn't mind like streaming and stuff like that. I definitely would enjoy that, and I like going through the whole process of streaming because there's no extra overhead for it. There's not any more. The only thing that I'm doing different than what I would be if I wasn't streaming is streaming, right? I'd be playing the game anyways. I'd be chatting with whoever's here in chat. Usually it's Panda. If it's not Panda, then it's me just talking to myself, trying to do my math and stuff like that. Like, what am I making for this? This is okay. Yeah, you got that. Okay, yeah, got this. You're not even typing.
Hi.
What are you
Thanks for
standing
coming
on?
in.
You're floating in the air. Sorry. But yeah, it's for the side of it, in the sense that there's not really anything crazy from the get-go with the streaming side of it. I'm not having to do any extra, like, hey, let me go through and edit together this video for 10-15 hours, or work on a parody, or, you know, the song process for 40 to 50 hours, and then it come through and like immediately get shot down to where you can't even display the video, or it's blocked in all countries, or there's a community strike against it, or a copyright strike against it within the first like 10 seconds of it being up. Like, honestly, that's one of the biggest reasons why I stopped everything. I just got to the point to where like everything I was doing was immediately shut down by YouTube, whether the video just wasn't viewable at all, or the song was copywritten, so it made it to where it was just like locked you off from. It was like, hey, that 60 hours of work that you just did in there, yeah, it's worth nothing. You don't get anything from it. Congratulations, good job. And then the people, the other side of the frustration was people that are like, you shouldn't be doing it for money, you should be doing it. I'm like, bitch, if I'm going to go through and put 60 hours worth of work away from my family and friends, away from everything else that I'd like to be doing, then yeah, it better well damn give me something out of it. It's not going to think, oh, I just did it because I love doing it. No. There's that side of it, but the bigger part of it is you have to be able to go through and validate it. If I can go to my wife and say, hey, yeah, that video that I put all that time into, put 50 or 60 hours into, it actually turned out that people really liked it, and it was able to go through and drop a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 into our account so we can go through and pay something off. That's validation. That's something that you can say, yes, that validates the reason why I put all the time into it.
What?
Oh, shut up. If you can't do that, then it makes it a lot more difficult to even have the thought process of like, yeah, let me, go waste this time again, kind of thing. Sorry, kind of a rant, but
Yeah, it's kind of the same stuff that's going on now with Twitch too.
I haven't been following a whole lot of development stuff or background stuff for Twitch. Is it bad?
Oh. Well, okay, so beginning of the year, I guess Twitch now finally started getting copyright claims.
No.
Which, yeah, I'm surprised by that because could have been getting them a long time ago. But everyone is now not allowed to play music for their
Really?
stream. If you have clips or past broadcasts from months ago, you could be shut down because of those clips and past broadcast music.
Huh.
And their solution was just delete them all.
Like all the
But they
all the
didn't give you a
videos and
tool
everything.
to, yeah, they never gave you a tool recently to delete them all.
Like
other than
automatically,
one
so
by
you did
one.
have like one by one. That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
But they did ban the word simp.
Remove helmet. My helmet's off, fool. Well,
I
as
like
long
the
as
word
they did
simp
that,
better.
you know, you got to make sure
Yeah.
you ban the word simp.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
a word
helmet's off.
that nobody was actually using in a mean way. Although it's funny, the statistics said that the usage of the word simp doubled after that.
Yeah, it's that classic thing. Hey, whenever you say you don't want something done, people are going to go out of their way to make sure that they do that exactly what you just didn't want them to do. Good job.
I guess people are getting strikes for game effect sounds and whatnot. People are getting strike for like their own music that they're playing when they created it.
Yep, that was another thing that
Someone is at the front door.
apparently someone is at the front door. Oh, okay. Give me one sec.
Camera isn't responding.
2 more seconds. Okay. Back.
Well,
Had to take care of clothes and see who was at the door and pee and, you know, all that good stuff.
I have
That's
still got
right.
34 gigs.
Lovely. I gotta find my way back to this way. Definitely getting some frame loss here. I need to have a better card. Oh, 3080, why have you forsaken me?
Yeah, I looked up 3080s while you were away. There's nothing good.
Yeah, I really want the Asus Tough series. Like from the get-go, I wanted that one, and because it was like $699 or $769, I think it was for the price. And I head over to the refinery. And just the way they make their cards, like it was just a better card in my opinion. And then Linus and Jay and like 3 other people all like did tests on the cards, and they found that the Tough series was the ones that was actually best because of the types of capacitors that they put in them. So I was like, oh, cool. Well, I still want that one. And like, yeah, you just can't find them anywhere. And it's like whenever they do get some in stock, some places they're like, oh yeah, it's like the like brands that nobody's ever heard of. Like, fine. So it is what it is. Because I'm still running the Core i7 8700K, 32 gigs of RAM, 3300 megahertz RAM, and 980 Ti. So right now my bottleneck is my graphic card. Whenever I get a 3080, my bottleneck will be my processor.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the benchmarks of the 30 series cards.
Yeah, especially for the fucking price.
I wanted a 3090, but happening. Not that I need the 3090, but I do have 4K.
Still an hour and 40 minutes remaining on the processing of our storage. And do we still have anybody in the chat?
Real-time refining. Yeah, they actually have to wait.
Yeah. So if it says like the slowest process, if it says 6 days, that's 6 days real time, like IRL time. So this one, a lot of times we'll go through and well, a lot of times, the one time me and Panda have done it so far that we've actually been able to get on together and all that other stuff. We basically went through and did like 2 or 3 hauls in, and then set them out for like the 8-hour or 9-hour one because it's a lot. You get more yield from it. And the cost is average or whatever. So there's 5 different processes, and each one has different little benefits, right? A lot faster, you can get it done in an hour, but you lose more of the yield, like you don't get as much out of it, and it costs a lot. Then there's ones that are like average cost, average yield, but take longer or take slower. You know, typically that ones take longer. Then there's one that's like really long time, and that's the one that's like 5 or 6 days, but you get the highest yield and it's the lowest cost. Like a full full Argo Mole full takes is like $3,000 to go through and refine it. That one's a bit too long, but they have one that's like 12 hours or 16 hours, and it's like, okay, we'll do that one, and then we'll set them up for the night, and then come back in tomorrow night and haul them, and then we can process for it. And then with doing that, it makes it to where you have a partner to go through and do stuff with. Like, that's the biggest spot. Is like, if I'm running a cargo run, I'd rather have Panda on the the turrets in my Caterpillar, so that way people are less likely to give us shit. Or even if they do, we actually have some sort of fighting chance, you know what I mean? Because right now, if a pirate wants to go through and, like, stop you and threaten to blow you up if you don't go through and give them money, like, there's really not a whole lot of shit you can do. If it's a single pirate and you have a, somebody on a turret, you have a chance of getting away with it from it, depending on the ship that they're in. But it all just depends on how you're running. So, is anybody? I don't see anybody else chatting in the chit chat. I think I'm going to go through and wrap up the stream side of it, so I can go through and get some of my frames back, because it's kind of frustrating. So that's gonna wrap it up for this time, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and joining me. Until next time, this is DreamReaver23 reminding you to game happy. I love you all, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.